Within our teams in the last few years, there's been a much more focused approach on questioning what we're doing and why we're doing it, whereas I think previously we had an approach of doing the same thing possibly, or looking at the same ways of doing things within families who had similar issues, rather than looking at where there was evidence that it actually does make a difference to families to work in a particular way. People find it very difficult to find time because obviously we are all very busy in our work. But I would say that people are very motivated and are enthusiastic, and certainly people do try to make time to do that. And one way that we deal with it in our team is we do take a morning out every 4 weeks, or once a month, where we're now renting a venue outside of our work and focusing on a specific topic, and 2 or 3 members of the team will go and research that topic and do a presentation to other people in the team, and then we'll use case studies, for example, within our team to actually focus the work and to look at what might work in that particular family. So it is very interesting to do it that way, but I think it's really important to make that time, special time out from our day-to-day job, because otherwise people just find it really hard to find the time to read.
Could you imagine going back to a time when you weren't using evidence-based, evidence-informed practice?
Not now, no. I mean, when we didn't do it, it didn't really cross my mind. Unless you were doing a particular workshop or some training, then you would suddenly think about, what are we doing here? But certainly now, I think every time that any of us are looking at a new situation and a new family that we're working with, we certainly immediately start thinking about what resources have we got available to us to start looking, and learning a bit more, and trying to do the best that we can for families, and feeling confident that we actually do have a knowledge and sound base that we're working with. So I couldn't go back to where we were before, no. I would say within our team in the last few years in this county, since there's been this focus on evidence-informed practice, and I actually became a deputy at the time that was part of the role that was introduced as part of the role of a deputy, and I thought that sounded actually quite interesting. It is quite challenging, mainly because as deputies we hold a caseload, we supervise people, and an aspect of our work obviously is look at evidence-informed practice and encouraging team members. But what we have done is within our team now we have a very good library. We've built up a very good resource of recent research and literature around particular issues. We've also got access, we've all got our own computers now, which we didn't have 3 years ago, where we are all linked up to the internet, and we have had training on the particular sites that we can go to find information, and we've also got our evidence-informed coordinator that we can contact if we're having difficulty in trying to find information.